Hello, good morning if you're in Australia, and good afternoon and good evening if you're across the pond. We are live. Thank you for tuning in and watching us. If uh, if you're watching this now, let us know in the comments. Where are you from? We'd love to hear from you. And if you're watching the replay, just tell us, press hashtag replay. So today I'm going to chat with Kylie, who's sitting next to me. Hello, Kylie.
You did well then.
Yeah, that's sort of the opposite. So
Yeah.
Carly, like me, has been in this business for a few years now, and we know each other mainly through online meetings and through our community. And I've felt that I got to know you quite well through that. And then earlier this year, we actually met at a live event when we finally could go out again,
Yeah,
and that was amazing. It makes it really special
it
to
does.
meet
Yeah, it was
to
real.
meet
I
someone.
loved it.
Yeah. And it is, and that's what our community does so well. They put on events so that you can actually meet in real life, which is so important, especially
Mm.
nowadays. So, Carly, I'm just going to ask you a few questions. We will keep it fairly short because I value your time and everybody else's time. First of all, can you tell me a bit about your story
Mhm.
before you jumped in?
Yeah.
And because I know you were very busy, and what made you jump in? What attracted you to this
Okay.
business?
So at the time, around the time I found this business, what was happening for me in my life was I was, like you just said, I was really busy. I was pretty much just running 24/7 trying to make extra money, and what actually was happening was I was going backwards. So first of all, I had a full-time job. I work and help manage my family's stock feed business. um, and at home my husband and I were running a free range pig farm, and plus, I've got the cows and the sheep and the goats and all the other things as well,
And
and my
horses.
horses, like yourself. I love my horses, and I was trying to find time for them in between all that. And to be really honest, that was not really happening at all. And what I was finding was my horses were getting older, and
Mm.
I was not finding any more time for them at all. In fact, it was happening less and less. So the other side of it was my husband works full time. And so when he was away, with farms, as you know, the second the husband drives out of that driveway is when everything goes wrong. And he'd be gone for 7 days. So it was stressful. Like,
Mm.
it was stressful. It was full time. We were working, both of us were just working every day, 24/7. We were just working. And it was just really, I guess I was a little burnt out, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that was feeding over into my 9 to 5 business. So I was starting to feel a bit burnt out. I was very over it. I was not enjoying it anymore. I didn't want to be there because I just felt like I was going to be stuck in a 9 to 5 job until I turned 75, pretty much what my
Mm.
dad had done. And, like, I watched my dad walking around being the workaholic that he is, and not knowing how to chill out now that he was retired, and constantly still turning up to work, and working just as hard as half of our employees, to be honest, and limping around because he'd overworked his body. And I thought, I don't want to do that. I want to
Mm.
retire at a younger age. I want to find time for myself. I wanted to go actually start going on some adventures. I had I had actually had kids at an early age, early-ish. And my kids were in their 20s now, and I was at the stage that I wanted to go traveling. I wanted to have adventures. I wanted to go ride horses in all these
Mhm.
different beautiful parts of the world. And my kids were old enough to come with me, so that was made it even more
Mm.
fun. So that's what I wanted to do, but I had no solution. Couldn't figure out how I could ever get that done. The free range pig farm was going to cost me more than it was worth keeping going in time, stress, and effort. So I didn't know whether there was anything else I could do, that I could take out of my time that I was already doing to learn something new. I had no solutions when I found this. That's where I was at.
Yeah. Oh, look, I really recognize that, because you get so stuck in your daily life, just basically earning money to pay the bills, and yeah, you can't see your way forward. Like the question you should ask then, look, in a year's time, in 5 years' time, do I still want to keep doing this? And look, a lot of people will, if you're honest, you think, no, I don't. So how did you come across this business?
Okay, so I was on Facebook, but I wasn't a person who is actively posting or doing a lot of stuff on Facebook. I was just, following my friends and seeing what people were doing, and occasionally commenting and liking things. But I happened to have a couple of friends that had actually come into this online business, and I had been following them, seeing a few changes happening in their lives, and them talking about something that they were doing that was really changing everything for them. It was changing the way they saw things. It was, bringing a lot more joy to them. And they were talking about an online business. So I got a bit curious. And then one day I clicked a link. So I clicked the link one day. So, and that, and that finally took me to, a place where I could talk with one of them and find out a little bit more about it. So, and what I found was that this was something that I possibly could do in the pockets of my time without having to go, okay, I've got to give up my job, or I've got to give up something immediately so I can fit something else in. I didn't have to do that. I found that I could slowly build this business up in the little bits of time that I could find for myself. I found something that I could learn how to do. I could learn a new skill, which, I didn't think there was something else that I could do without having to either go to uni again or take some course that took a lot of my time. And I found a business that actually had a compensation plan that had the capacity to make the kind of changes in my life that I wanted, and and that were really worth me making, the kind of upheaval I may need to make those changes. So I was like, well, this is really worth looking at. Everything about it was just ticking all the boxes. So yeah, I decided to dive in and check it out even more from the inside.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, it's an interesting concept, because I was a bit the same. I had some friends, and I watched their lives change on Facebook. I thought, what are they doing? And I remember texting one of them, actually Carmen, who's who's sort of, our upline. And I said to her, are you sure you know what you're doing? This is a scam? Be careful. I was very, very skeptical about it all. But she kept going, and yeah, same thing. I then clicked on the link and decided to look a bit deeper. And I love what you say. When you looked at the compensation plan, you could see the potential that was there for anyone, because anyone can do this. This is not something, as you said, that you have to go to uni for, do another course. You can do this in little bits every day. And especially I find when the motivation is there, when I realize that, yes, this is really something new, something different, and something authentic. You make time. You find the time for it.
I've found time where I didn't think I had time. And like you say, you get excited about, because it has so much potential to make the changes, not just a few hundred, I mean, some people come into this just thinking, oh, I'd just like to earn a few extra $100 a week or something, or a month. But this can just do so much more than that. I mean, that's just like chump change compared, but this can change lives. This can create people's, can bring people's dreams and visions to life.
To life,
And
yeah.
and that's what it did for me, because I had pretty much given up on any idea that I could do anything like out of the box for myself anymore. I had gotten to the point where I had no confidence in my ability to build a business successfully, you know, and and do something that actually had the earning capacity to change my life, not just go on the occasional holiday, or or get the few extra $100 a month or whatever. This was different, so I just had to have a look.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's so true. It's and I think a lot of people I know when they talk to me, they think it's like any other networking business where you sell a few products and you earn a few bucks and it's a bit of pocket money.
Yeah.
But this is not like that at all.
No.
And so it's a mindset change completely
Yeah.
to see what
Yeah.
is possible.
It does
So
take a mindset change too, doesn't it?
yeah,
Because like coming into this, we all have this, I guess, a lack mindset where we think, oh, well, and it sounds funny, but it just even thinking, oh, I only want a few extra hundred is a bit of a lack mindset, because it's particularly when you see what you can do, what you all have the capacity to do, how powerful we all are, that we can do so much more.
so much, yeah.
And then finding something that actually has a vehicle that can do that for you as well. You certainly have that ability to change that mindset from I only want, or to I want and this and this and this.
And yeah, not
Yeah.
not or, but
Yeah.
and that's one thing I love about this business is what they teach us about our mindset.
Mm.
Because if you say I only want this, the universe first will say, okay, that's what you're getting, nothing more.
Yep.
And you have to be very aware of that. And if you're
Yep.
not aware of that, and a lot of people are not, you create what's in your life through your
Yes.
language, through your thoughts.
So
So,
true.
what were the challenges that you faced starting this business? Because you said you weren't on Facebook a lot, so I
Yeah.
suppose there were some technological challenges for you. And how
Yeah,
did
I
you
think
overcome them?
definitely there was a lot of, there were the fears that I was going to start something else that maybe I wouldn't keep going with, because that's the whole lack of confidence in yourself and your stickability and all that sort of stuff. So there was that for me. Continuing on with the whole mindset thing, my mindset was probably my biggest challenge. And the beauty of this business was that in our platform, there's literally courses on mindset, because they know that building an online business or being an entrepreneur is something that requires 80% mindset and 20% strategy. So in knowing that, they've provided us with all these courses that help us get to where we need to be. Because as you grow and every time you hit a different level, there's a whole new level of mindset that you've got to grow into. So they're prepared for that, and they've provided us with everything we need for that. So that was something I'd never had to. So mind-blowing for me, absolutely changed my life. The fear of the technology. I'm definitely not very tech-minded, but you don't really have to be. And the things that you do need to know, they've all, there's courses on how to do those. So like, say if you are an Instagram person, there's courses on that. There's courses on Facebook. There's courses on doing ads if you want to do ads. There's everything you absolutely need in the platform. So, the whole fear of not knowing how to do it was pretty well, quashed as soon as I came in, because it was all there. And everything was laid out in a way that wasn't overwhelming, which is what I loved, because if I could find half an hour to watch a training, I could easily do that. And, because everything was broken down into small steps, small videos, and ways in which I could be making my horse feeds and listening to a training. It was just so easy. I could be driving to work and I could be listening to a training or listening to an audio book, which is what I do a lot now, or listening to a podcast for my mindset and all those sorts of things. So we learned how to fit all that into our life. The other fears, I guess, putting yourself out there. Now, in some ways, working as in retail, I was okay with talking to people, so that was fine. But then you think, oh, how am I going to talk to people about something I don't know about? But then when you come into this business, you find that, A, they teach you how to do that. B, we don't have to do the sales in our business because that's all done for us. So hallelujah there.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do that. And, also, everything about our product, there's a link that you send them to. We don't have to be experts. All we have to know about is why we're here, what we're doing, and, why other people should come and have a look, basically. It's so damn easy. It just is so damn easy, to be honest. So once I learned all that, I was like, well, holy, why didn't I find this 10 years ago?
I know that feeling. I keep saying that. Yeah. I'm over 60 now, and I think, oh my goodness, why didn't I know about this? But I probably wasn't ready for it then either.
Yeah.
I mean, people are watching this because you're looking for something, even though you might not know it yet. And we're here to help you, because that's in this business. There's the personal development, which is absolutely phenomenal. The automation, which, as you said, means we don't do sales calls or paperwork, or that's all done for us in the back end. That's just, we have a digital what's it, DBS, digital business specialist. I'm going blank there.
We don't even know what DBS means.
No. They're trained to talk to you and work out your needs and what works best for you. The challenges, they're just in your mind. There are really, there's no excuses, I think. And
I think the biggest challenge is just going, do I want to do this? And allowing yourself to check it out, to not let fear stop you, to stepping into something, even if it's just deep enough to find out more about it, to ask the questions, to find the facts, and to let go of the fear, or recognize the fear for what it actually is, which is just your comfort zone, your subconscious mind stopping you from stepping out of that comfort zone. Because that's what fear always is just your mind, your subconscious mind stopping you from doing something that's different, just in case, is trying to keep you safe. So that's what it all is. And just recognizing that and going, okay, I recognize this is something new. I recognize I'm going to have fear because it is something new. So let's find out the facts so that I don't have to be fearful anymore. So, and I love what you said before about, the fact that we're all looking for something, because in my mind, I wasn't looking for something because I just thought I was so busy that I couldn't fit anything in. And in my mind, I thought I couldn't do anything else. In my mind, I thought there was no solutions because my comfort zone was in, my subconscious mind was telling me there's nothing else, just stick with what you're doing. But my heart was looking. So when my heart saw those other people doing something, that was actually me speaking and saying, click that link, go for it. You are looking for something. This is what you're looking for. Yeah.
Oh, I love that, Kylie, because I know for most of my life, I've made some big decisions like shifting continents and countries, because I'm originally from Holland. And all those decisions, on hindsight, I made basically with my gut, because it felt the right thing to do at the time, even though it was very, very scary. And I went into something unknown. but it felt the right thing, and I've never regretted any of those decisions.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same for this business. I just knew something was attracting me. I couldn't quite explain it, but I know it was there. And I also think, if not this, what then? What
Yes.
if you're looking for, and if not now, when?
I think that resonates so much with me, because that was pretty much my exact thought at the time was, this, if not this, then what? To me, there was no what else. So I was like, this is a solution, and I would be absolutely mad not to check it out, because I thought there was no solutions, nothing. There was nothing I could bring to mind. So this was
it's there. And what would you say to people that are still sitting on the fence? I mean, we basically covered it, but I know people are always watching and wondering, because they don't know what exactly we're talking about. And what would you say to them?
Oh, well, I would say, honestly, if you could spend $22 for the possibility to change absolutely everything, would you think that money was well worth being spent? Because, right now you could jump into our platform. You can go through the whole process to find out everything about the business, the compensation plan, and the product, every little detail. And you still can get that $22 back, because it's a money back guarantee if you decide it's not for you. So if you're sitting on the fence and you're getting a sore bum from being there for a while, this is your chance to go, okay, how many coffees does it take to make $22? Let's just, say it's just like 4 coffees or something that I've wasted. That's not much if you think about it. No. To jump into a platform and look at it to satisfy your curiosity, and have that chance to change everything. Like Mari is saying, it's changed everything for her. It's changed everything for me. If you've been watching for a while, you've probably seen other people that, it's made major changes. We've got master classes coming up that you can jump into. If you just ask for the link, and you can see even more. But if you really, really, really want to know, all the information's in the platform. And you don't often get an opportunity to jump all the way into someone's business and look at it from the inside. Normally when you're buying a business, all you're getting is the outer facade, where someone's saying, yeah, sure, the books look really good. You should buy it. But you get to jump into this one and check it out.
Oh, I love that. That's a really good point. Yeah, you get to make a very informed decision.
Yeah.
When you jump in, you get it's a US $22 trial period. You get to jump in. I think it's for a month now. Go through the whole discovery process. Get to talk to a DBS. Yeah. And if at the end you say, no, it's really not for me, at least then what we're all about, and you can get your money back. So I want to thank you very much, Kiley, for a wonderful chat. And thanks everyone for watching. Just drop in the comments what you got out of this interview. And if you're curious, if you want to know more, reach back out to Kiley or myself, and we're more than happy to help you on the way. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks.